Ciao tifosi, welcome back to the Italian Football Talk channel with myself, Auber and Graham. We'll be doing a quick preview of Italy versus Wales happening on Sunday, 5 o'clock London time. So, Graham, last game, six points in the bag.
Yeah, 6
What's
points
your
from
take?
6 points from two games, three goals in each one of those games. I'm not going to be expecting the same in the final match day of the group. You know, Italy's qualification is basically secured. So, well, we might as well get straight into it and we'll talk about the lineups. So, first of all, goalkeeper, who are you expecting?
Sirigu.
Yeah, same. Spoiler alert, I think the two of us are going to be predicting quite a lot of rotation for this game because, like I said, you know, Italy's already basically qualified, nothing really on the line. So, you know, you got to rest those legs. So we'll go on to the full-back position. So who are you expecting for your left back and your right back?
So Di Lorenzo and Spinazzola. I think Florenzi's still got a strain on his thigh or calf muscle. Sorry, right calf muscle. So I think Di Lorenzo and Spinazzola.
Yeah, more or less the same, I would say. Maybe Emerson will get a couple of minutes. Maybe Spinazzola will get a rest because he's been really impressive in bombing forward. So give him a little breather, maybe, or maybe I would say so.
I don't know. I think you don't want to upset too much of a change, right? Because remember, if we lose to Wales, we finish second. So
yeah,
you don't want to change too much. But yeah, I think you're right. Maybe Emerson will actually show an appearance, I think, as a sub early on in the second half, maybe. But yeah, I think Spinazzola, Di Lorenzo.
Yeah, I think Di Lorenzo's definitely going to start. I think it'll be a flip of a coin between Emerson and Spinazzola, depending what Mancini's mentality is. Does he want to give the team like a full-on rest breather before the knockout round, or does he want to go out and win this one? So speaking of giving people a breather, we'll move on to the centre-back position. Obviously, Chiellini didn't last the 90 minutes for match day 2 against Switzerland, so you expecting him to start?
Nope. I think Mancini will give him a rest, give him more time to recuperate, and Acerbi will start with Bonucci.
Yeah, I think that's definitely set. Chiellini's definitely going to be rested for the knockout stage. That's for sure. You can't tempt fate and potentially injure him for the remainder of the tournament.
No.
So moving on to your midfield area, obviously Italy will have 3 midfielders. So let's get into this one.
Verratti will start.
Yeah, I think Verratti will start in place of Jorginho.
Yep, 100%.
Right bang in the middle.
Give Jorginho a break. Verratti's been training last couple of days with the team. So he's out of isolation training, so he's been doing pretty well in training from the report. So I can see him starting tomorrow on the game against Wales.
Yeah. And personally, I think this is where we'll see less rotation. I think you're still going to see Locatelli and Barella alongside Verratti.
Yeah, agreed on that one.
And last but not least, the attacking.
Oh, you're going to like this one. You're going to like this one because guess who's going to start on the right?
Could it be a certain Chiesa?
Indeed, sir. Indeed. I think he will start, but I will take a break.
Yeah. I think it'll definitely be Chiesa. Probably Insigne. I can't imagine Bernardeschi and Chiesa starting. Because because Bernardeschi and Chiesa is more or less the same position anyway, aren't they? Roughly.
Yeah, but to my previous point, we don't want to unbalance the team, right? We don't want to, even though it's a united team, you just don't want to balance with too many changes. I think what will happen is you'll have more substitutions earlier on rather than later on in the game. So Chiesa on the right, Insigne on the left, and our striker will be
Belotti.
Pedro Dingo. Yep, indeed.
He can't start the youngster, I would say. Maybe bring him on depending on the scoreline. But I think when you take a guy like Belotti and Immobile, you gotta start Belotti when there's less of a risk factor.
Yeah, agreed. So and I think
so that is the starting 11. How many? Time will tell how many we get right, but I definitely think there's going to be a ton of rotation for that. So now that we've got the predictions for the formation and lineup, let's move on to the actual scoreline, the result. So, Auber, what do you think the result's going to be when it comes to 90 minutes?
I've been getting this wrong all the time, haven't I? I was saying 3-0 Switzerland. So I still think we'll overcome Wales, and I think it'll be a 2-0 win Italy.
Confident. I think, my mind just goes back to Euro 2016. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a score draw, 1-1. Because, Italy have a tendency to take their foot off the gas when there's no real risk factor. And I think it's going to be a similar scenario to the Republic of Ireland game in that group. But no defeat. There won't be a defeat, but I think there'll be drop points because a draw suits both sides, to be honest with you. If Italy draw, they win the group. If Wales draw, they definitely go through in second position, I believe.
It is an interesting predicament. Yeah, so if they do draw, they will finish with 5 points. 4 points, which means Switzerland would hold on. So apologies. They will finish with 5 points, Wales. And Switzerland, regardless of what they do with Turkey, if they win, they will only finish with 4 points. So a draw would suit Wales. Funny that you say draw, because Italy and Wales have played 9 times against each other, of which 7 won by Italy and 2 by Wales. So no draw. So this could be the first draw. So you are right. I mean, maybe this could be the biscotto for Switzerland, Denmark-Sweden situation. We just play easy football, don't get any injuries, no cards. I don't know. Look, end of the day, the most important for me, the key takeaway from tomorrow's games are that no players get silly yellow cards.
Yeah.
That's Verratti. Verratti, if you're listening to this podcast, please don't get a yellow card. I doubt it, but anyway. And to get some game time for the players, right, who haven't started. So like Verratti, like Chiesa, maybe get Chiesa back in there, Belotti. And I'd love to see Raspadori. Why the hell bring on the guy if you're kind of going to give him a few minutes as well? So it's better now than ever, I guess.
Well, I mean, if everything's gone smooth sailing, then I would definitely bring him on in place of Belotti at some point. I wouldn't have Belotti for the entire 90 minutes. I mean, unless something's going seriously wrong, which I'm pretty sure Italy qualify anyway on 6 points. I mean, it's practically impossible not to. But I mean, if things were seriously going wrong, then I would expect Immobile and those kind of players to come on. But I'm just expecting worst case scenario. A drab 1-1 draw. But I mean, your guys do need match fitness like Verratti. So it's a perfect scenario, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And the other key takeaways from Wales game is, the Dangerman Ramsey for Juventus and Bale from Spurs. I think they're the two main threat. In fact, they linked up beautiful for Wales's first goal against Turkey. So I hope they're not going to wear that horrid yellow kit, because that reminds me of Australia of 2006 second round. So I really hope they're not going to wear that horrid yellow kit. But I agree. Look, it's not going to do any harm if they draw. Italy finish top, Wales go through a second, and there you go. Yeah, no, but yeah, I think we should be able to, I say should, but we've seen the results in the last couple of days. Hungary, France. You look at these games and you think, gosh, these guys are dropping points. But I'm staying positive, and we need to keep going and grow that momentum. So, Forza Italia 2-0.